Well, well, well. Would you look who made it back to the biter bar? Hey there, stranger. How have you been? Yeah? Good. How is everything going with that crazy demon of an ex of yours? Is she still bouncing from person to person, trying to get in your face and get closer to you? Oh. Yeah, well, I suppose that's to be expected. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Demons don't get distracted easily. They're a little OCD when they latch onto a soul. I mean, on the bright side, when they are the right person for you or the right supernatural person for you, it makes them very devoted, very loyal. They will stick by your side through thick and thin. But if you're trying to shake them, not as good. So, what brought you back to the biter bar? If it's not too bold to ask. Oh? Who are you looking for? Me? I mean, well, you found me. That was not smooth at all, was it? Good God. Why are you looking for me? Wait, oh. Did you decide to take me up on my offer? Yeah? Okay. Okay. All right, well, Oh, wait. Which offer? There were two. One was I kind of turn you, and the other is you just hang out with me and my friends. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, of course. The idea of turning someone just to get them away from an ex is crazy, but also, I mean, if it ever comes to that, I would do it for you. I would I would do it if you want. No, okay. Sorry. Well, you know what? Okay, take a look. So you met Bob over there. He's the one with the thick Carpathian accent, but he is actually from New Jersey. Don't believe it for a second. All right, he's such a poser. Yes. He was hanging around this bar long before he found somebody to drain him and turn him. He was, he's, yeah. Plenty of people do. I mean, it's not that bad of a gig to live life forever. You just have to, surrender suntans and a well-balanced diet and your soul. Yeah. So anyway, over there is Heather. Heather, you can guess by the name, is kind of a new vampire. What, Bob? Oh, God, no. She's way younger than Bob. Heather's only 30. Bob's like 120. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 120, not so very old, but I do remember when he was just a kid, 20 years old, hanging out around here. Of course, it wasn't the biter bar back then. Actually, it was something of a speakeasy. There was bathtub gin for the humans, and there were humans for the vampires. Okay, and if you take a look over there, speaking to Heather is Elizabeth and John, who are in their 50s and decided to be turned together so that they could spend eternity together. I know, kind of romantic, right? And not to be confused with Elizabeth and John in their 50s, are Elizabeth and John, who are about 200, and they did not decide to spend eternity together. They hooked up after they got turned. Oh. You know what? There's another Elizabeth and John who did get turned about the same time, and now they are miserable. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they have an out with the two till death do us part thing, but they're not entirely sure if, as long as they're animated, does it count as being dead? I don't know what they're worried about. They have no soul anyway. But now, for the past 125, 150 years, they've been bickering with each other. Maybe it works for them. Maybe that's just how they like things. But, oh, that Elizabeth and John aren't here. No. They are both currently detained for disorderly conduct after their last bickering match. I think that's about their 500th charge now. You know what? I'm going to have to check the log, because at some point we decided that they were going to have a party when they hit 500. So, I mean, you know what? You should join us when it happens. It'll be fun. In the meantime, come on, Blood Doll. I'll get you a drink. And, I said that out loud. I'm sorry. Would it help if I said I meant baby doll? No, I didn't think so. I could try saying I'm sorry, because I am, but we both know by now that I am not good at saying I'm sorry. It always sounds sarcastic. So can we just accept that I am regretful for my words and move on from there? All right, thank you very much. So, can I get you a drink and introduce you around? You seem hesitant. Okay. We don't have to. You can get to know people one at a time, naturally, as they come over and say hi. And that way, you don't have to feel like you're on the spot, being observed. Does that work? Okay. Hey, Nikki, can I get a cosmic cupcake? Yeah, let's get a cosmic cupcake. So, in the meantime, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? What do you do for fun when you are not trying to exorcise vampires or get away from demons? That's about all I know about you. Well, I also know that you flush very quickly when you've had a drink in you. Oh, and I know that you like anime, because when you checked the time on your phone last time you were here, you had it set to your wallpaper. Okay, so you like anime, you dislike being chased around by demons. What else can you tell me about yourself? Do you like video games? What games? Oh, that one is... Yes, I like it. Yes, of course I like them. I have a lot of daylight hours to kill indoors. And not a lot of expenses, considering. So I work, but not full-time. Oh, I'm a lawyer. I mean, come on. What else would a vampire be? I'm just joking. No. I could never. Lawyers have too many daytime hours. Exactly. No, actually, I am a glass artist. I make vases and bowls and lamps and chandeliers and sometimes glass marbles or paperweights, little art objects, votive candle holders. all sorts of things. I suppose it's mostly due to my mood. Sometimes I'll get an order for something like somebody will want a bunch of similar and yet still one-of-a-kind covers for their chandeliers or lamps, wall sconces. I do a lot of lighting. Yes, actually, it is absolutely going to cast the color of the glass all over the room. And a lot of times it's an awful idea, but people want it anyway. And then they realize afterwards that maybe there's a reason people always go for those clear or frosted lampshades. Oh, I could do this too. I could do it. But what's the fun in that? Let them cast their dining room in an eerie red glow. Let them have dinner in that demonic light. I'm sorry. That was insensitive of me to mention demons. Sorry. I was on a roll there and then I put my foot in my mouth. I do that a lot. It's been in there for a lot of years. Fun fact, the teeth weren't always this sharp. I needed them to get that way to be able to chew through the shoe leather. Well, thank you. That's kind of you. Oh, no. The glasswork pays crap, honestly. It wouldn't be enough to live off of, really, if I had to pay a mortgage and for groceries. I've owned my place for a long time, so I just need to make enough to maintain the property and, of course, pay taxes. And I have investments, so they help. Food. I have relationships with people who I give them something they want and they give me what I need. That sounds very cold. What do they get out of it? They get the euphoria of being bitten. It can be very pleasant. I was bitten a few times before I was turned. Anyway, yeah. So I have friends that I exchange favors with, and if you didn't have a friend like that, or friends, it has to be friends because you can't take from the same person again and again too often. It would not be good for them. But if you don't have anybody that you could go to, you could pay someone. Yeah. No, I mean, okay. Having never been a neck worker myself, I don't have the first-hand experience, and so maybe they're just telling me what I want to hear. Well, yes, I've paid for it sometimes, occasionally, once in a while. Okay, so according to them, they're doing something that they enjoy doing, and they're helping someone out who needs help. It's a win-win for them. For me, when I have paid a neck worker, it was because I had a need And I was not in a position where it would have been fair for me to start a relationship that I could not maintain. I was either away a lot at points in my life, or I was just not emotionally available for my friends for one reason or another. I was busy, or I was withdrawn, or whatever reason. The sad part is you may respect a networker, but you don't pay them for the bite. You pay them for the convenience. You pay them so that you can get what you need without having to see them when you don't need. I sound like an awful person. Maybe, or maybe it's just pragmatic. Look, I could have gone to somebody and started a relationship, a casual relationship. We could have been bite buddies or something, but that always has the possibility of complication. And I didn't want to mislead anybody. I didn't want to use anyone. So I turned to a networker. I hope that doesn't make you think less of me. Because I really don't want you to think less of me. I mean, I know that I've done a lot of things and said a lot of stupid stuff in the short time we've known each other. And I'm kind of okay with you thinking that I'm an idiot because I can be, but I wouldn't want you to feel like... I wouldn't want you to think that I'm an asshole who just doesn't care about people. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, your drink has been sitting there for, 10 minutes now? Let me go get that, and I'll be right back. We'll talk more. We'll talk about you, because we've talked a lot about me. All right. I'll see you in a minute. Hey there, cupcakes. Does it feel like there's going to be more to that series? There is absolutely going to be more to that series. So, you know what? Speaking of that series, the Biter Bar, many of you noticed, is from my Flirty Vampire series, which I love that character so much. I'm so grateful, so tickled, and so pleased that you guys loved that character, because that was I think it was the first character that I was really just kind of a little bit putting a lot of myself into that, just my own interests, my own stories, my own personality into that, and also a few of my own life stories with that character, Dave, who was a very dear friend that I love very much, who passed. And so I've said this before, it warms my heart that you guys loved that character so much. My whole family, we adore that you love him. And that was, if you haven't listened to it, go check out the Flirty Vampire series in my playlists, because if you like this, you will like that. Anyway, but the Cosmic Cupcake came from what I think was my first real vampire series, and that one is going to be coming back soon. That was the Vampire Soiree series by Speak Soft Carry a Stick. And I love that series. I didn't realize that it had been picked back up, that she'd started, he, I don't actually know the gender of that writer. So anyway, they'd started writing it again, and I didn't realize. So that will be coming back soon, but it will be coming back after I get the artwork for it, because I've commissioned artwork for that character. I've never been thrilled with the thumbnails. They went from horrible to a little bit better, And so we're gonna up the ante and do that series the justice it deserves with the thumbnail. All right. In the meantime, thank you very much to my new patrons, Malice Sailor and Strikefire17. It is so nice to have you. Well, I mean, I haven't had you yet, but anyway, and of course, my special guys in my pound cake and baker tiers, RB Guy 007, The Undead Toast, Mr. Fabulous, Tiny the Taxman, Meryl, Inline Flaws, Mr. Rickles, On and Nick, Always Able, Lion and Winter, Infinite Moon, Old Bean UK, Kahlua Bear Forces, The Swaggy Llama, Art Low, Pierce Tailish, Bellamy, Tomberry Shuffle, and Christian Cleopa. I owe you guys my YouTube life for making it possible for me to do this. So, thank you very much. I hope that you will all be as good to yourselves as you are to me, and I will talk to you tomorrow.